back outside. Nigga, that made me mad. Today, I want to talk about how freeing it is to be yourself, and how the moment I decided to embrace who I really was, I lost everything. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into this. Welcome back to Sesh with Shawnee, who is me, where we light up, we talk, and we heal together. I want to talk about how embracing myself cost me my old life. So in the past videos, I talked about healing from a father wound, attachment style, pretty much how I'm coping with that and how I'm navigating my life now that I've identified it. And another pattern that I recognize that I used to try to make myself fit in with the people that I surrounded myself with, just so that I wouldn't be alone, just so that people would pick me to hang around and pick me to be around. And I hid myself, I code switched, I did all these things out of the fear of being alone. Actually, my favorite lyrics from the song Alone by Asking Alexandria is, all I needed was the last thing I wanted, to sit alone in the room and let it all out. Let it all out loud. Say it all out loud, whatever. Those lyrics really resonate with me because once I started embracing who I was and soft launching my real personality to the people who I considered my friends at the time, I could see when I would say certain things or I would do certain things that was like really truly myself, and notice like the difference in how I was being perceived from these people I call my friends. And I could tell that they were like, I lost all my friends, because when I would see their reactions, even though it was very subtle, it wasn't like an outward like, ooh, well, that's different, I really like that. Like, I could just see it and I could just feel their energy, and I was like, yeah, they're not rocking with me for who I really am. They're rocking with the me that I was pretending to be. And so I cut everybody off, because when you can't just notice people look at you for being you in like a judgy way and just be like okay with that. So I cut everybody off because me rubbing them the wrong way rubbed me the wrong way. I spent like 2 or 3 years by myself, and in those 2 or 3 years, I realized that being alone allowed me to remember and discover who I really truly am. Spending time alone allowed me to rediscover what activities I liked, what I want to do in this life, and how I want to present myself. I realized that the friends that I used to crave validation from, I realized I didn't actually like them for who they were either. I just liked having people who I could call friends. I liked the validation and the company and the attention that I got from these people, and I liked the fact that they chose me to call their friend. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we were never really truly aligned because I was pretending. I was being somebody who I wasn't. Yeah, those people felt connected to who I was pretending to be. And so when I was being myself, like, of course that connection isn't gonna be there, because who are you? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not this person. And also, I like to do these things. You like to do other things. We're not really compatible, and we don't really have much in common besides like the music that we like. And in those few years, I did a lot of grieving for those relationships. I missed having friends. I missed going out with people, and I missed hanging out with people. But being alone and spending time alone and tapping into myself really truly freed me. Now when I go out into the world, people get to see me for who I really am. And the people who aren't aligned with the same goals and the same interests as me, they're easier to pick out and move on from, because I'm no longer shrinking myself. I'm taking up space, and the people who are aligned with me are going to be like, oh yeah. I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, like, what you trying to do? Like, you trying to be my bestie or something? Like, once I started going out into the world as my authentic self, I ended up meeting amazing people. They're ambitious and they're creative just like me. And it's so beautiful to see how far life can take you when you're just being yourself. I used to always wonder why when I got invited to hang out with certain people, I would feel so much dread. It's because you're not supposed to be hanging out with these people. And it just feels better to not question yourself if like these people are really truly your friends, because you know, like, bitch, I don't talk like that. I don't act like that. But when I get around you, I have to talk like this, not to act like this. And it's exhausting. It drains your energy. And like, that's why when people would be like, you want to hang out? And I'd be like, yeah, let's hang out. I'd be like, So now I gotta put on this facade, when the whole time I didn't have to put on a facade. All I had to do is just be myself, and the people who are aligned with you or the people who rock with you are gonna rock with you. My friendships and my connections with people feel deeper and more genuine, because I know that I'm presenting myself as who I am. Like, come as you are. And I come as I am. I don't have to worry about whether or not certain people or certain opportunities or certain things are right for me, because I know that I'm putting out real, genuine, authentic energy. So I expect to receive real, genuine, authentic energy in return. And what's not real and authentic, I can kick it out just like that, because I know, I've been there, done that, girl. I know what it's like to be a phony. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't call myself a phony. I just, you do things, you respond to things because, trauma and shit. So now that we know better, we can do better, we can move better, and our life can be better, we can receive better. As a teenager, I would be like,
oh, I hate my life. I feel like I don't have no real friends.
But now, I love my life. It's like the moment you hang around somebody that was like something genuine, something real, you're like, oh my gosh, like this is what this feels like. Now I know why when I hang out with X, Y, and Z, why I'm so quiet and why I feel so miserable. Girl. Because I was putting myself in positions where I couldn't openly be me, and I felt sad. I spent all this time pretending to be somebody that they wanted, and I'm not that. I think it's gonna be yourself and rock by yourself for a little bit until you find those people who actually really rock with you for who you are. Life is great. Life is amazing. I'm walking in a state of gratitude on a daily basis. That's really beautiful. I feel free. At the end of the day, that's all I ever really wanted. That's all I got today. Go out into the world and be yourself. And if people want to look at you weird for being yourself, okay then, bitch, are you gonna beat my ass? Okay, exactly, they're not. And if someone try to get crazy with you, show them that you're crazier. Man, bye y'all. I do a fit check real quick. Please don't fall. Don't fall, girls. Yeah. And I got everything stuffed in my pocket. In my sweater pocket, I don't got no pockets. I ain't got no pockets, bitch. What's going on? I want this to be more tilted down. See, I knew I should have my tripod out here. Alright, bro, I'm ready to make this money. I gotta go.